From Neural Newscast, this is Prime Cyber Insights, intelligence for defenders, leaders, and decision-makers.
I'm Aaron Cole, and this is Prime Cyber Insights for March 4th, 2026. Today, we're examining a sophisticated bypass of identity trust and the latest high-severity patches hitting the mobile ecosystem.
I'm Lauren Mitchell. Joining us is Chad Thompson, a security leader with a systems-level perspective on automation and enterprise risk. Chad, it's a pleasure to have you here.
Lauren, we're starting with a report from Malwarebytes regarding the abuse of the OAuth protocol. Attackers are leveraging legitimate Microsoft and Google login URLs to facilitate phishing and malware distribution.
The mechanics here are subtle. Chad, these attacks rely on silent OAuth authorization flows designed to fail. How does an attacker weaponize a legitimate authentication error to redirect an agent to a malicious site?
It's an exploitation of intended functionality. The attacker crafts a URL using a trusted domain like login.microsoftonline.com, but sets the prompt parameter to none and uses an invalid scope. When the OAuth server cannot fulfill the request silently, it follows protocol and redirects the browser back to the application's registered URI, which in this case is the attacker's domain.
So, to the agent, it appears as a brief flash of a Microsoft page before landing on what looks like a document portal. Aaron, this essentially bypasses the check the domain advice that has been a security staple for a decade.
Exactly, Lauren. From a practitioner's perspective, this is high risk because it utilizes the reputation of the identity provider to clear initial security filters. The attacker isn't necessarily trying to steal an OAuth token. They simply want the redirect to land the victim on a phishing kit or a malware download path.
Chad, given how much enterprise environments depend on federated identity, how should security teams look to mitigate this without disrupting the agent experience?
Resilience requires moving away from inspecting only the head of a URL. We need better monitoring for abnormal OAuth parameters in inbound links, particularly those with encoded state data or prompt none flags. Security awareness needs to shift focus toward behavior after the click, such as immediate downloads or unexpected redirects, rather than just the initial domain name.
Thank you for that analysis, Chad. Moving to current threats, Google released patches today for 129 Android vulnerabilities. This includes a high-severity Qualcomm bug that Malwarebytes reports is already seeing targeted attacks in the wild.
It's a reminder that mobile remains a primary front. We also saw news regarding a now-patched Chrome flaw that allowed extensions to inherit Gemini permissions, potentially hijacking camera and microphone access without user consent.
On the enterprise AI front, reports indicate the Pentagon has moved away from Anthropic for certain segments, with OpenAI now taking over that specific workload. It highlights the volatility in vendor trust as these systems integrate deeper into secure networks.
Finally, Samsung is settling a lawsuit in Texas over its automatic content recognition, or ACR, tracking on TVs. It is a good time for practitioners to audit what IoT devices are capturing in corporate environments. Aaron, what's our practical takeaway?
The lesson is clear. Legitimacy in one part of a process, like a URL or a trusted vendor, does not guarantee safety for the whole. Monitoring redirection chains is no longer optional. I'm Aaron Cole.
And I'm Lauren Mitchell. This has been Prime Cyber Insights. For the full briefing and technical details, visit pci.neuralnewscast.com. We'll be back tomorrow. Neural Newscast is AI-assisted, human-reviewed. View our AI transparency policy at neuralnewscast.com.
This has been Prime Cyber Insights on Neural Newscast. Intelligence for defenders, leaders, and decision-makers. Neural Newscast uses artificial intelligence in content creation, with human editorial review prior to publication. While we strive for factual, unbiased reporting, AI-assisted content may occasionally contain errors. Verify critical information with trusted sources. Learn more at neuralnewscast.com.